we discuss Shiba Inu coin versus the ruby.
The Russian ruby. That's what they use for money over there, right? It's a bunch of rubies.
No, I don't know what they call their money.
In India, right? It's rupees.
Yeah, rupees.
Just like in
Legend of Zelda.
Just like in Zelda. That's what I'm going to invest in rupees. I'm going to change all my money into rupees, but it'll be the Zelda one.
Let me see if that's correct. This is a good segment we should be doing.
Just so.
Yep, it's called Indian Rupee.
Werewolf Stockdar. The Werewolf of Wall Street.
And we hit the real basics to where it's like, what's Indian's currency called?
What's the money in India? Now do California. What's the money?
It is
it's
the bear
nugs, bro.
Fucking waves, bud.
It's good times, good sun, good food.
Adam P in the chat mentions that Werewolf Radar's currency is the Werewolf Radar.
All I'm saying is we're open to having a cryptocurrency. If anyone there can build a blockchain and do all the hard work, we will put our name on it.
Cryptid currency, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the Bitcoin.
Right.
Or the foot coin.
Well, it's Monstro coin.
The Monstro coin.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they own everything that we own, so
it's frightening. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, and everyone in between, welcome to Werewolf Radar, the world's premier paranormal preparedness podcast. My name's Jordan Dahl.
I am Nate Balding.
I am Roger Norquist.
Today's episode of Werewolf Radar is brought to you by Monstroco brand Pet Anus Remover. Are you tired of cleaning up after your pet, staring down its winky cloaca, making niceties with the neighbors day after day as the beast makes horrible? Unshackle yourself from turd servitude with Monstroco Pet Anus Remover. A spritz and a rub, and that anus is just more pet for you to love. Pet Anus Remover by, you guessed it, Monstroco. What the fuck?
Yeah, what the fuck? I mean, I'm not gonna lie. Sometimes
did that copy begin with turd servitude?
No, it ended with turd servitude.
Okay.
Either way, you're free of it.
You're free of it. Unshackle yourself. Get rid of that butthole.
I'm thinking about getting a dog, and I'm not gonna lie. It's the poop that makes me go, I don't want to deal with that.
Spritz this right on there. A couple of days later.
I guess what my question is, where does the food go?
I find with Monstroco products, it's best not to ask questions.
Yeah.
I would bet, knowing them, probably somebody's house. It's probably like, they're probably just like, it probably teleports into some poor son of a bitch's garage. And they're like, where's all this poop coming from?
Goes into a pail on top of a door.
Yeah, a warehouse in Nevada just filled with shit.
The Monstroco warehouse.
Mm-hmm.
They use the poop for something.
Actually. I think they're kind of subletting it. Just the walls trembling, steaming.
Oh, I had a.
Monstroco has the world's biggest toilet. They have to see if it works.
It flushes to the toilet dimension.
I had a Pingo hit us up.
Ooh, Pingo question
with a ghost-based comment a while
I love
ago.
To hear it. I'll tell you what. While you look that up, let's do our plugs right up top. First of all, thank you so much for listening to Werewolf Radar, the world's premier paranormal preparedness podcast. If you like what we do here, follow us on Twitter and Instagram, and go to werewolfradar.com and check out the wonderful articles that Roger writes to keep you abreast of the doings and the booings and the comings and the goings in the world of the paranormal and the strange. And also, if you really like what we do, check out our Patreon. You can pitch in $1, you get an extra episode every week. And if you don't want to give us $1, go to iTunes, rate us. 5 stars will help other people find our podcast. Now here's Roger with a ghost-based question.
No, that's what you think. That's what you think. Overall, it was a question regarding the nature of Vampyre.
Oh, das Vampyre.
Now, I think we all live or believe by that thought that you have to invite a vampire into your domicile.
Right.
For them to enter.
This.
But who has the power to invite?
Here we go.
Does it have to be the occupant? Is it the landlord? Is the person that actually owns the key?
A question from the internet. Okay, This one's been bugging me forever. The whole quote unquote, you have to invite a vampire into your home. How did you find it so fast? I'm very online. Thing. What are the actual rules here? If you rent, does it have to be the landlord? What about if you're in a foreclosure? Like Michael invited Max into the house in Lost Boys, but he'd only lived there a few days, and it wasn't even his house. This rule feels like it was written by J.J. Abrams. Okay, fair enough. Because what are the rules?
I don't think a kid can invite a vampire in. I think it's parents only.
I think they can.
I'm pretty sure that if you have slept overnight in the house one time, you're considered the occupant because vampires live by night rules.
I think it's like mail. I think like if you're in the house, you can let someone in. Sure. And it's like, I think if you're like allowed to be there, even if you're a friend, that idiot fucking Bumpus kid from up the block let another vampire in. Even if you're a kid staying over, I think you can accidentally let a vampire in. I also think, even like an idiot boyfriend. God, my God, so many vampires have been let in by idiot boyfriends staying at someone's place.
They're like, sure, you're just Tiffany's friend. Come on in.
Tiffany's friend here to fix the dryer. Yeah, come on in. It's right around the corner. Vamped. I think, but I mean, it's a good question. It's like if Grandpa's here for Thanksgiving dinner and he gets the door, can he let a vampire in? And my answer is yeah. I'm pretty free for all with this. I think vampires abide by this rule, but like barely.
Any occupant.
Like barely. I mean, it can't be like the Orkin man.
Sure. Like, even if the Orkin man stayed the night, plowed your wife, like.
And he's there the next morning, like having coffee while you're not there.
Yeah, because you're on a business trip.
I think that has changed the relationship such that the Orkin man can be like, oh yeah, your parents' friend, come on in. The dryer, it's right over here. Yeah,
the Orkin man is also a savvy vampire killer. That's their cover.
Now, that's the flip side of the coin. Being an exterminator would be a great way to get into people's houses if you were a vampire. Just like, hey, I'm here about the silverfish. This guy's everyone today. It's just buddy from Seinfeld. I'm here about the silverfish. I'm not a vampire. Can I come in?
I have another comment from Lacuna Beach, and they say, a while back we discussed what we believe in paranormal footage. They tried to find the episode, but it got lost to Libsyn. Sorry about that, Lacuna. But they overall, what makes some footage more believable than others?
Interesting. This is a great question.
I mean, certainly
we talk about it sometimes throughout, but like just costume. Say that again, Nate. I was talking. My bad.
Was it certainly if you can see the seams on a costume, that's usually a red flag.
Mm-hmm. We have a lot of paranormal footage on our YouTube, and some of it, like this recent one that I posted this week, was of a broom that was flying without any aid that you could really see of wires. It's kind of like in the tallest part of the street, and all the buildings around it are kind of small. It was kind of weird, but I didn't like believe it as paranormal because I was like, I guess that could just be like some fishing wires. It's right after Halloween. They just left it up. It was adorable. But then there's paranormal footage of like two gremlin-like creatures.
Yeah.
That seem to be dancing in someone's driveway that I still look at and go like, I don't know, man, that seems to be two goblins dancing in someone's sidewalk.
Yeah, there's that sidewalk goblin is pretty weird. And it's, what it is? It's a combination of things, which is what makes it so difficult. It could be answering questions truthfully with yourself, like knowing what you want the answer to be and being like, is this real or do I just want it to be that? For instance, orbs, ghost orbs in general have been proven time and time again to be dust particles, bugs, insects. I know
dust flecks.
At this point, I know a bug caught on a CCTV camera when I see it, and it's a bummer, but it's like, it's just that's what it is. So, okay, look elsewhere. Then you'll see orbs that are like, okay, this is clearly a moving ball of light that is reflecting light off of its surroundings. You know, you look for why is this being filmed? Is it CCTV footage? Is somebody filming it so that they can edit it later? Or like, why are you filming yourself getting changed in a swimming pool? You know, like why was the camera on
for the OnlyFans, Jordan?
For the OnlyFans or whatever. You know what I'm saying? If it's fishy circumstances, like here we are walking down the I don't know, I don't know. We're just
going on a fun little picnic through the old dark woods. I can't imagine anything weird's going to happen, but we're definitely taping.
Exactly.
And it's okay to purposely be taping for the paranormal, but you have to be honest about it. And It's fishy when you go, we weren't even trying to catch anything paranormal, but we caught the ghost of Old Man Johnson bootlegging. I forgot the singer of the Monkees' name.
Sure.
Dean
Davy
Moore
Jones.
Is what I wanted to say.
Jones.
Yeah, Davy Jones album.
Yep.
You know, that old Scooby-Doo premise.
It's important to take the context of the evidence into question is what I'm saying. Why were they shooting? Where were they shooting? Were they looking for this thing? Do these people have a history of paranormal videos? You know, paranormal quote unquote content creators is always like, are these people generating content? It's like, you found a haunted house and you have thousands of videos of ghosts from it. Like that seems like it would be in the real news.
Yeah, there's one guy is like Frankie Paranormal or Frankie TV, and like at this point, it's thousands of videos,
and it's like so cool and fun. But it's like you're a fucking special effects guy, is what you are, is what you're doing, and you're fucking muddying the waters. Anyway,
I was gonna say the story side of it goes a long way for me. Yeah, like if it's some guy shooting something, but then there's like, you know, a cop sees it or some shit when they're interviewing the cop, and he's like, I don't know what the hell that was, but it just disappeared over the fence.
Weirdly enough, that does come into account too, is like the person who's telling the story, like, do they have like a cop is in a position to be ridiculed and publicly shamed for being like, yeah, I saw something weird, but at the same time, a cop is no less capable of making a mistake than anybody else.
Yeah. I do want to circle back really quick. You mentioned OnlyFans earlier. Is there a genre of OnlyFans that is just paranormal sightings in board shoots?
Yeah, it's weird. It's very weird.
Oh, Roger knows. You're
myself. I tell paranormal footage whether it's real or not by rolling a D20, then adding my modifier.
Your perception. You roll perception. I also just trust your gut, you know, like remember when we all saw the
D20 plus perception.
Yes, wisdom roll, please. An insight roll or a perception roll. Anyway, when we all saw the Polar Express and we were like, nah, just nah. Like
it's that feeling.
You know it in your gut when you see something that moves like CG or like
it's just too clear
or too blurred, like something that can be digitally blurred, where it's like you just put in enough obstruction for us to not see this thing, or if it seems too cinematic, you know, if it's like a figure standing on the corner and on the tree line, and then it stares at you and it's gone. It's like, okay, this feels again like a James Wan movie. You just got to trust your gut, and I think also be wary of grainy footage, because everybody has like an HD camera in their pocket at this point. So the grainy footage.
Some of the other countries don't. So
that's true.
Tricky.
A lot of people don't. There's just a lot of cameras around. So when it's like intentionally grainy, I'm often like, okay, so what are you filming this on? A fucking Casio? A Nokia 2.
A Casio calculator.
Yeah. Flip phone.
Great watch in math class.
But those were 2 questions and comments we had that I've been distracted by, and then wanted to wait for you to get here, Jordan, but you were congealing with your liquid forms all the time.
It's true. It's true.
No, he's got to turn to a new jam with every change of the season.
I need to be a jam.
That's fair. It keeps you sweet.
Mm-hmm. I got something I want to talk to you guys about. Y'all ready for this?
Okay.
Also, I found a bit of an answer to that that vampire thing. Yeah.
Is it Ask Jeeves? Did Jeeves finally do it?
No, it's a much longer answer than I was ready for to the why do vampires have to be invited in, but basically
Ask Jeeves is undead.
Yeah, that is true at this point. Kind of
undead.
I think Ask Jeeves is one of those like an elemental entity that was never human but has been given sentience.
Yeah,
it's kind of a Max Headroom from the early days of the internet.
Like, it's still alive. It walks parts of the internet that few have forgotten how to get to.
It walks the parts of the internet that can't be web crawled.
Damn it, I wish I could find this thing.
It's for everyone who's over 35.
Annoying. So annoyance. Okay, yeah, this is from tvtropes.org. It says, going back into various mythologies is the idea that supernatural beings such as vampires, ghosts, demons, witches, what have you, cannot enter into a home unless invited to do so. Often such beings will try to gain entrance by tricking a person into believing they're someone else. The mythology, it says, some traditions hold that the vampire cannot enter a house unless they're invited by the owner, although after the first invitation, they can come and go as they please. Kind of a free pass thing. Folkloric vampires were believed to be more active by night. They were not generally considered vulnerable to sunlight. Damn it. See, this isn't good. It had something to do with... I found a description that had something to do with the border of your house being the border between like reality and supernatural.
Sure.
So you can't... they can't pass that unless you open that border.
But who's the legal border controller? That's the question we want to know.
You are.
Oh, you should give me power.
The landlord can let someone in. So can the tenant.
Okay. Orkin Man can't, though.
Mm-hmm. Orkin Man cannot, unless he's fucking your wife. Okay. I want to talk to you guys about something that my brother